there everyone, my name is ADC Art Attack and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be giving you a live tutorial, hi there, on how I draw Vegeta's face. Now this is sort of a universal technique and it will transfer to other characters, and I have in the past done one with Goku. However, just for a change of pace I figured I'd do one with Vegeta this time. Now what I've done here to start off is I've done three somewhat identical, I hope they're identical, Vegeta face outlines. And the only key areas that I really needed to sort of bring to your attention are the lines, the halfway lines that cut across, and then this line that cuts right across the top of the nose. So if you could just go ahead and fill out things like this, but really this is just for a visual aspect. You don't need this in the lesson. The lesson is going to revolve around the expression, which is usually defined by the eyebrows, and, well, the eyes as well, and the mouth. So yeah, let's get on with this. I'm going to do three different types. In the beginning I'm going to do like a scream. So in the beginning in the middle one I'm going to do like a scream. It's going to be one that you saw me do in my previous drawing video that I did, and this one is going to be something completely different and something that you've probably not seen Vegeta do, and I'm just going to do this to sort of illustrate my point that this technique works. And then over here we're going to do a sort of calm, relaxed Vegeta. And Vegeta's expression doesn't change too much. We're going to let's get on with it and I'll show you what I mean. So first thing we want to do first is clear all of the dust off of my paper. So first thing I want to do first is zoom in so you guys can get a better look. Hello. Okay, and yeah, so we need to establish what kind of expression we want to do. So we want to do a scream. Now if we do a scream, we can either do the mouth first or we can do other things first. So I'm going to do the mouth first just so you can visualize what it is that I'm doing. So what we do is we get the mouth very close to this nose because his mouth is extremely wide open, and then we just come out a little bit, not too far off the nose. Over here we come a little bit, not too far again off the nose. It's sort of like a smile. Then all we do, we don't have to come up too high, just halfway between the 2 points of the nose here. We just drop it down there, and then we bring it right the way around to wherever you feel is a good, nice position for it. And then we'll just curve it off down here. Now, a more advanced tutorial would involve things like changing the jaw structure and things like that, but that's usually a technique that's used in animation and stuff, so you don't really need it. But we can cover that in the future. But for right now, I just want to keep it as simple as possible and to show you that this technique works by having everything identical. So we fill out a few of the details in here, but this is not necessary, guys. But I just want to fill it out so you guys can really visualize what it is that I'm doing. So there you go, we sort of got like a mouth there, and then we just add a couple of details here. Now a few things that you need to keep note when you're doing an expression is how high do you have the side of the cheeks going, because when these start to raise up a little bit higher than this point here, this is about as high as you can really go. Once you go above this point, you start to push up this part of the cheek, and you'll know that with your face, you know you have a little bit of loose skin here. But as soon as you start to bring it up here, you start to push everything up. So the lower part of the eye, for example, would move up. So let's figure out where our eye needs to go for a start, because that would be a great point. So what I like to do is just a little bit past the sideburn. So somewhere around here gives us, and it follows the same line as the jaw, as the side, yeah, I guess the cheek, jaw. And just there gives us a nice distance of where the eye is going to fall. So it's going to fall somewhere on this line. Figure out how low it comes down to. So usually for me, front view, it comes down to somewhere just below this line here, so somewhere just around there where the lobe is. So we can do the same on this side. So now we know where the outer area is, so we know where the side is, and we know where this sort of edge of the eye is going to be. Then we just need to figure out the inside. So the inside just really comes where the nose is, so just outside this nose, somewhere around there, and again equal distance apart. Just, you know, I might have got this bit a little bit wrong here. I haven't gone too far. So all we do is we just mimic the distance between these 2 points. And there you go. We have our inside of our eye right there. Now this next step that we want to do is figure out the sort of eyebrow and how intense we want it. So what we do is we move this point here up and down. These three little lines that we'll draw in a moment. We can move these up and down, and that will change our expression greatly. So we want him to have a bit of a scream, but we don't want it to be intense, because if it's too intense, then you want it right the way down here, and that just sort of scrunches everything, and everything gravitates to the center point just there. It all just locks right in there. So what we do is we come to about here. We don't want to go crazy low. Come to about here, somewhere like there. We can also add this sort of scrunch line just to sort of visualize things. What we do is these three lines just in here. You can do them as wide apart as you want, as close as you want. Just fiddle around with it, and you might need to change it when you ink or something, but we'll see what we get here. And now we can figure out where this eye needs to be. So we know it needs to be in line with those bits, so it's a little bit lower than what I did. somewhere around there, in line with that point. Again, same thing, somewhere around there, in line with the point. So it's about there, something like that. So now we've got the inside of the eye. All we do is we move it over here, and because we don't have much of a curve going on, we only need to put a little bit of a curve towards the end up there. We do the same thing over here. So when we're doing the eyes, we curve it around, and there you go. We now have the base of the eyes. Then the eyebrows, we always leave ourselves just a little bit of room just there between the eye. We bring the eyebrow across, and then that crosses right there and goes up, leaving ourselves a little gap between these three little points. There's the bottom of the eyebrow. Now that we've got the bottom of the eyebrow, we need to figure out where it goes up here. So all we do is we slightly curve across, a very, very small curve at the start, and then we bring it up into a sort of straight motion and start to curve off towards the top part. Now when we're doing this curve, we bring it to about this point here, just where this sort of inner lobe meets, this inner sort of dip on the ear, this shaded area. It brings it just to about there, and I like to add a bit of a curve because that seems a bit more of a scream and natural thing. If we had the curve, we don't need the straight line. The straight line for Vegeta usually comes in when we do the relaxed look, so I'll show you that. Figure out how high you want this little gap in here, the eyebrow. If you make it too tight, then you're going to have a very intense scream, so keep it somewhat natural. Something like this is good. And when I do this, what I do is I visualize where this eyebrow is going to lead to. So I visualize it's going to come right to the top of there. So I imagine I'm making an imaginary line right way up there, but then somewhere around this point, I start to curve it off, bring it around, and then I drop it down. And there is one of the eyebrows. Then all we got to do is on the other side, we just mimic it. So we just come over here. We know it's got to be somewhere over there. So we know it's here. We curve it around, bring it down. And I would suggest working with your weaker side first. Obviously, I'm working with my strength over here because that's just my habit. But working with your weaker side can be an advantage because if you're not really going to make a mistake when you do your eyebrows. But if you do feel you've made one, at least you can mimic it on the other side and get a expression that looks natural by having the same sort of appearance. So we just finalize that over there. And remember, these are rough, so you can always change these when you do the inking process. Never forget to do your little crease lines up here, and they dip towards the middle. Again, they're impacted by how much you want to scrunch it up because they might start to go right inwards towards the center point again. So think about things like that. Don't forget to add your little cheek marks just underneath his eye. The top one is usually the longest one. It comes right over, and then you get these like two little smaller ones. So again, the top one comes right the way across, goes right in there. Then you get these two smaller ones just in there. Add some nose details to really define a bit of a aggression, and there you go. You now have one Vegeta. We're going to move on to the next one now, so let's shimmy our camera over. And here we are. So, with this one, we're going to do the expression that I was saying is something you've probably not seen Vegeta do. And it's a pretty cool expression. It's pretty weird, but I want to do this expression to show you that this technique works, and you will, as long as you get this, the quirks of Vegeta, such as, these creases on the hair, the sharp pointy nose, things like that, it will still look like Vegeta, even if you change the facial expression to something that he doesn't do. So yeah, same rule applies. So I'm going to keep it somewhere down here. We want that expression, so we want to keep it somewhere down there because he's sort of straining with this pose that I'm going to be doing. So I've got him straining, so what I need is to do that. I don't really need to add the little curve just in that little point, that little line there, so I'm not going to put that in just yet. And what I do, figure out the distance of the eye. So again, where's the eye going to go? I'm a little bit off center here with this bit, so I'm just going to figure out where it goes, somewhere in line there. So there you go. We come over here, we do the same thing. We follow this line down, follow this one down, and that gives us our side cheek. Our side cheek. It gives us the side of the eyes along the cheek. And again, we come over here and we do the same thing. Figure out how high I need to do the eye. Well, I don't want to do the eye just yet. So what I'm going to do is sort of do a joking sort of curve like this. Very, very, very high curve. Because I want it as a sort of joking Vegeta. Something that's sort of giggling. So we're going to do it like this. I know, Vegeta giggling, right? But yeah, I'm going to have it like this. And again, with the inner eyebrow, same rule applies. But I'm going to drop the eyebrow down. I'm actually going to drop it right down to in line with the eye. So somewhere like there. And I am freestyling this, guys. So I hope it comes out alright. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, we drop it down in line with this. And then we do the same thing. We add a big curve for this one. I want a nice big curve here. Then I want to bring it up. And I want to do the same thing at the top. I want to give it a nice big curve just up there. So a nice natural curve like this. Same thing here. We're going to scoop this one up like that. It's going to come up to the center, and then it's going to curve all the way around. Imaginary line right to the top. Remember that. Always keep that in mind. And then we bring it around. And there you go. You can ignore this line here, but I'm just using this line to sort of follow on with the, just to assist us with our guide. And I always suggest that you put these lines in to assist you. We add an eyelid just up there, so there's one of our eyelids. And now we can do the eye. So, doing the eye, we got to be aware that this is going to scrunch towards the middle. So, what I want is this sort of dark eyelid just here. And you only need to do a line, something that's very thick in the center, and then it starts to get very thin as it goes to the outskirts. And there you go. You got an eyeball. You got the eye. Then you can just add in this sort of little cheek definition thing. And again, you can use that to your advantage, curving it. And it really just helps to define that sort of cheeky smile thing that you got going on there. Same thing again with this. It sort of falls into the same place because it just follows the natural curve of the eye. So there you go. We've got these points. Again, same thing. We come over to the other side. And we just sort of mimic it. You don't have to mimic it. You can do something completely different if you want. It doesn't have to be the same. And it will just change the expression you have. You can do the eyebrow straight if you wanted. You could do it in any way you want. Because people can move in eyebrows independently, some people. So you can change it. And I know I'm sort of using it as if Vegeta was real. But, hey, he lives in us. But no, seriously, it's, yeah, you can mess around with the eyebrows, and you can't really go wrong. If you are trying to be symmetrical, that's about the only time you can go wrong, because symmetrical really does point out glaring faults in something. And that's why I don't like doing symmetry when I do my artwork. I really, really hate symmetry. It's one of my least favorite things to do when I draw characters. I always try to change, like, an arm, a hand, or something, just so they're not identical on both sides. Because it's so difficult to do it. And as you can see here, I haven't got the curve, the same as this one. But it doesn't change the overall expression, so that's okay. We're somewhat okay with that. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Same thing again, we're just going to keep the eye in there like that. Nice and thick in the center, something like that. And then just add the eyelid in between them, in between the tip of the eyebrow, just up here. And then the base there. So we add these little curves in there. Do a line. Up like that, and then again the facial the mouth. So when we do the mouth, and sorry, I better fill out this little line here. So when we do the mouth, what I do firstly is I assess my drawing before I start doing the mouth. I say to myself, which side is bigger than the other? Which side is going up more? Because if I can find that out, then I can change my expression to suit that. So I can see that this side is quite higher. I remember what I said before. Once this moves up, then everything else has to move up. So what I'm going to do now, it's not going to be as low as this point here. We're going to come in line with this point just there. So we come out a little bit. We don't have to come out too far. Somewhere like here is a good way to come out. And then what we do is we go straight across and towards this part of the nose. So we curve it. We come towards it. We cross past it. And then we start to gradually straighten out somewhere over here. Now, I can give him a bit more on this side if you wanted. You can give the mouth a bit more area over here if you want. It's entirely up to you depending on your expression. And again, we're just going to bring this down. Come down at a nice angle. Something like this. Leave ourselves nice rooms. Something like there. We don't need to make his smile extremely huge. So something like this is okay. Add a bit of a curve to that bit of the mouth. And once we get over here, maybe once we start to get in line with the eye, just something like this, we can bring it up to this point here. Add the teeth in, just to show that it's an open mouth. Do a very sharp sort of indentation on the cheek there. Same, a little one over here, just to sort of stress that it is this side that he's lifting. And then we just add in this low mouth detail right there. And as you can see, it looks like Vegeta. And that was my point of this, and I'm actually glad it does look like him. So yeah, that was the point of that, just to do something weird and wacky. And there you go. So we're going to move over now. And here we are. So we're going to do a relaxed Vegeta. So with the relaxed Vegeta, we want to raise this part of the eyebrow. We don't want it as low, so we don't want it down here. We sort of want it up here somewhere. So sort of just a little bit below the lobe line. We don't need to go crazy high with it, but something like there doesn't look too bad. Right in there is quite nice. You don't have to scrunch them up too much now. You can have the eyebrows a little bit more loose. You can have these points a little bit looser. You don't need you don't need them too close together. So that's something okay. We can deal with that. Same thing again. First step first. We figure out the sides. So side and side over here. How low do we need it to go? So we need it somewhere around there again. We know this. This ear seems higher than this ear. I hope this tutorial goes out okay. Whoops. Yeah, so I messed up there. Sorry, guys. So we figure out where this point is. So again, it's just there, same distance apart, just over here. And now what we want to do, and as you can see, it's come up quite a bit here. So the eye is fairly straighter now. And that's the thing when you do Vegeta, is it starts to get a bit straight. It doesn't go completely straight. That would be a Goku. If I was going to do it completely straight across, that'd be more of a Goku relaxed look. And we don't want that. You can do that with Vegeta if you want, but then you have to change a whole bunch of things, which I'm not going to get into. But what I will say is, if you're going to bring this up, then you have to bring up the eyebrows. And then you bring this one down a little bit. Or an illusion of bringing it down anyway. So once it goes straight, then you have to do a straight line upwards and curve it around at the top. Then you have to bring this one up, and that's how you get the wide open eye. Which I could do as an example just now before I erase it. It comes up like this, and then you do something like this, and instead of adding a curve, you do it like this. And there you go, you'd have like a sort of innocent expression. But that's not what we're doing this video. I don't want to do that expression. That's how it works. So if you wanted to do that, it's literally just the same thing, but you just change it a little bit. So yeah, we do the inside of the eyebrow. So what we do now is we want it to be fairly straight. We don't need this little bit of a curve down here. So we only bring it just a little bit across, and then we figure out this point that we need right there, and then we go straight across to it. There is a very, very slight angle, and once we go over here, we start to dip it down and straighten it off at the corner like that. And then we do the same thing with our top point, going up, imagining it, and then we flatten it out at the top. There's our relaxed Vegeta eyebrow. And you can play around with it a little bit once you start inking, and change it around and see what works best. Now obviously with this eyebrow being, with this ear being higher, it sort of messed up my my angles here. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit and hopefully fix it. But again, same thing applies. Up here, straight away down. And what I would suggest as well, I know this is a bit late in the video now to be doing tips, but a good tip I would suggest, if you are struggling with curves, do straight lines. So do a straight line there and a straight line across, and then refine it later. And that's what I do with shoulders and things like that. Yeah, so let's give him a little bit of a smirk. So again, the smirk isn't going to come out too far. Something like here. We don't need the mouth too wide. Bring it across like that, and then we just sort of add these little points just over here. Give him his little cheeky chin thing in there, and there you go. You have Vegeta. Okay guys, so I hope that this was a useful tutorial. I hope this has helped you out. It's a really easy guide to follow. It's really, once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do this in no time. I will ink these, and then I'll just have them as a, you know, little picture at the end. And yeah, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Any recommendations you have, anything you'd like me to do, anything you'd like to see, please leave me in a comment down below. And yeah, take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.